Would you like to change your life? Would you like to achieve more? Or maybe you would like to improve one area of your life. That could be your finances, that could be your relationships, that could be your career or your business. Being a mindset coach, very often I receive inquiries about, Olga, how can I change my life? What can I do for my life, for myself, for my business, for my relationships, without committing to coaching? And I am a big believer in coaching. Well, hence I'm a coach, right? And yet I know there are people out there who cannot afford coaching or who cannot commit in terms of time to coaching. And I understand things happen and not everybody is ready for such commitment. This is totally understandable. But at the same time, people want to change their lives. Sometimes people want to improve their lives and they want to see some results. So I decided to actually share with you the secrets of how did I manage to transform my life. Yes, of course, with coaches' help, with coaches' support, with coaches challenging me. And of course, sometimes twisting and squeezing. Sometimes I felt like brain out of me, right? But at the same time, I am where I am. And not always I was able to afford a coach. Not always I was able to have somebody mentoring me. Right? So I'm so delighted to actually share with you quite a lot. I will keep it very short, so it's not too long, so it's something short, sweet, and it's something what you can apply. So my aim would be to finish within around about half an hour, so I can also answer if there will be any questions. And if not, it's fine, you know what, you're not obliged, but I would love to know where you're listening right now, where you're based, and what do you do for your own personal development. Well, since I'm so passionate about that, right? So I would like to start with my journals. That's why I said in the description that you can change your life and you can discover yourself with the power of journaling, because nothing can be better than actually learning about yourself, learning what do you do, and learning about your progress, right? Because we all do achieve something. We all are progressing in our lives. And very rarely we actually realize that. So, are you ready? And those who are not, in that case, you should be ready. Because today it will be fully packed with lots of value, lots of interesting questions. And also, I'm more than happy to share some of the examples. And if you do something similar, from my side, I would love to hear what do you do. And I would love to hear if we are similar in this sense, or maybe we are too different and you do something completely different. And maybe you can also inspire me, because guess what? I believe you can never stop learning and you can never stop improving and implementing new stuff and trying new things as well. So I'm more than happy to learn from you as well. Whatever you do, please share. Please share, because I would love to see what you are up to and how do you grow. I'm ready to share. So first thing, what I do every morning is my morning journal. I know it says in Russian, ежедневник важных дел от крошки ши. I get it. You probably did not understand anything what I said there. So basically it says that this is every day's diary about important things. And крошки ши is like sweetheart she, right? So and this is her sweetheart she, right? So this is a journal which I got from my friend. It doesn't have any questions in the journal, which are printed. And here's a secret, which I'm sharing with you, because I'm just about to release personal journals and some other journals. They'll be printed out, ready to be bought by people who want to take themselves to the next level. And they will have questions in them. When I can see there's so many people here. Hi, Howard and Diana, hello. And hi, Magda as well. Good to see you. And Magda, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you could not understand and you're laughing. Very similar to Polish. Yes, it is, because Russian and Polish, actually, they're very similar. Oh, that's it. You're having a proper conversation there in Polish right now between Howard and Magda. It's fun. You have fun. Right. So this is my morning journal. And here are my questions. This is how I did that. So basically, I have 10 questions which I ask myself every day. The reason why I do it every day, because the same happens actually with my clients when they come here. When I ask a question, it's very normal to bring up a logical answer, something what sits somewhere deep here, right? And you come up with an answer and you say it. What I usually do with my clients, I ask once more and then ask once more. Because the deeper you go, the more questions you ask, the more truth you'll find out. And the more authentic answer will come out. Not the logical one, because we don't want the logical ones. We want deep subconscious answers. And you can get to them only through repetition of questions. That's why, as you can see here, one question is already scribbled out, and I replaced that. But basically, it is about doing your questions every day and finding answers. And it's not about putting the right answer, because this is your journal, right? Nobody else can actually tell you what you should answer, what questions you should have, and what you should do, right? That's completely and entirely up to you. So here, let me just read a couple of questions, and I hope these questions will inspire you. And if you want to copy these questions into your journals, I'll be delighted to know. I'll be more than happy to find out whether you use them or not, right? Because that means this video actually was useful. And oh, I see Odetta is saying hello. Hi, Odetta. That's on Facebook. Hello, hello. Good to see you. And actually, I can see somebody else joined us with Odetta. That's great. Good to see you guys. I'm so delighted. So there are 10 questions, and I will just read them all together. Amazing thing from yesterday, which means I'm reflecting on my yesterday. And I'm starting my day on a very high, because I'm bringing out the most amazing thing from yesterday. That could be from my professional life, that could be from my private life, from my relationships. It doesn't really matter. But here I'm bringing out something what happened, what was beautiful yesterday, to enlighten me and to put myself in a really positive state. That's why I do it. Second one is plan for today. And what I mean by plan for today, it is actually plan for today towards my goal. Because my biggest belief is that if you do just one step a day, just one, don't think about 10, one step a day, think about it. You can achieve 365 or even 6 steps in a year. And that is quite a lot of steps towards your goal, right? So one step, plan for today towards my goal. And that could be a yearly goal. That could be your life goal. That could be your mission, whatever it is your journal and you decide, right? But come up with one tiny step, which is measurable, which you know you can do today in order to get closer to your dream. Next one is money circulation, or sometimes with my clients, I call it money game. And I must say that this is a really fascinating game. And those who are my clients who already worked with me, you will know how challenging it is. So basically, probably I can spend just a session talking about that actually. Basically, every day you receive 1,000 more. So today, if you start this game today, you receive 1,000. Tomorrow, you receive 1,000 more, that means 2,000. Next day, you receive 3, and so on. So every day you will receive 1,000 more. And give me a thumbs up if you would like to play this game. That'll be really fascinating to know if you would like to play this game. I'll be really curious to see what you're going to say. And the idea of this game is actually to find out, first of all, where is your limit? Because at some point, even children, and I've done it to so many children so far, even children at some point say, this is too much money. And that's the thing. When you are saying to yourself, this is quite a lot of money, or I don't know where to spend this money, or this is too much money, this is the limit which you have. And usually this is the limit. Oh, I can say thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you. In that case, just start playing because it's really fascinating. So when you play it every day, you at some point hit the limit and you feel like, oh, that's quite a lot. I don't really know where to spend this money. And here's the most important part of this game. Money comes to you because it has purpose, right? If you look at your life, you earn as much as you need to earn for your life. And when you start playing this game, this is when actually Diana says, I love this game. That's exciting. This is a really cool game, right? And when you do this game, you practice first of all the understanding that more money is coming tomorrow, because very often people, even when they get to a really successful level, they still have the fear that there'll be no money coming tomorrow, and they still live very stingy and very short life because they don't feel that they deserve to spend money or they can spend money on themselves. And I've been there myself as well, so I know exactly how painful it is. So what happens? You already found out what's your limit, right? Subconsciously, you already are believing that there's more money coming tomorrow. And how you spend it, it's quite easy. What I do, I write out in my journal what I'm buying. And by now, my Lord, I have God knows how many mansions, helicopters, and whatever, businesses, stock and shares, and things like that, right? You know what's really interesting? When you start training your muscle of spending money wisely, this is when it really comes. And this is going back to money has to have a purpose for you to come into your life. Because imagine if money is just like a cloud. It's sitting there and it thinks, okay, where do I go? Where do I go? And if you don't say that I need money for X, Y, Z, it's not coming. Right? So playing this game, you will practice your money spending muscle with ease, with joy. You can go to online shopping, you can fill up the charts, or you can think what you're going to buy. You can do whatever way you want. I mean, probably don't spend every day that much, all right? Because it's okay to start with 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. But when you get to 2,055, then you get to 8,000 something else, this is crazy, okay? And there's a trick. Magda says, oh my God, I needed it so much. Oh, yes, you do. And Magda, you will love that. Absolutely. Reach out to me if you would like to discuss it in person. And actually, email me or type below money game if you want me to send instructions. I'm more than happy to send instructions. All you have to do is just type below money game, and then I'll reach out to you. All right. So here, what's important to remember that you have to spend it all of it, every day. I know in the beginning it's like, oh, that easy, right? Girls go shopping for handbags, guys are going shopping for watches and cars. But then when you get to like double hundreds, thousands, and you go to like 100,000s, it becomes tricky because you have to do it every day, every day, right? So here, it's really important to remember, first, you stretch your money spending muscle and you really build it. Secondly, you find out what is your limit. Well, they were supposed to go the other way around, but it doesn't matter. You still learn them. And third, you learn that money is coming to me every day. Oh, I have so many love hearts here. Thank you so much for sending those. I hope you enjoyed this money game. So let's go on because I don't want to keep a very long video today. Next thing is gratitude. Four of them. The reason why I share 4 gratitudes in this journal, because I train my subconscious to believe that everything what I write is true. So 3 gratitudes are those which are real ones. That is something what has happened and I'm really grateful for. Very often I even say things like, I'm grateful for being alive, because I think it's really important to treasure your life, to really be precious about your life. So it can be as simple as that. And the gratitude number 4, it is my dream or my short-term goal. It could be this month goal in the present tense. And I remember the most remarkable goal which actually happened was last year, September, when actually I came up with this, that I will do this goal in the present tense. And I was telling to myself, I am international speaker. I'm international speaker. It was really amazing how I was doing that, I think, for about 2 weeks, writing them down. I am international speaker. And then, no, it wasn't September. In September, I became international speaker. That was in January when I got booked. That's right. That was in January. That was in January when I got booked to speak in September. It was far in advance, which was cool, really cool. And I remember I was for about 2 weeks writing down, I am international speaker. I am international speaker. And when I received this inquiry, when I was booked, I was like, oh my God, that means I will be international speaker. And in September, when I remember I did become international speaker, I wrote down the next day in my journal, the most amazing thing, from my yesterday, I am international speaker. And that just struck me because I just realized that I wrote down as the most amazing thing from yesterday, something what I was writing down as my gratitude number 4. And I could go, if I would have more time, I could go through many, many other stories in my journal where I write down my short-term goal as in a present tense gratitude, and it just happens. And sometimes it happens so quickly because you train your subconscious to believe it is. As a result, you see new opportunities, you pay attention to other stuff which you would never pay attention before. And as a result, it just happens. All right. I mean, you still have to do some work. Okay. Let's remember that you still have to do some work. My next question. Next question is goal after goal. And I wonder, those who are watching me right now, I wonder, what is your goal after goal? Do you have goal after goal? Just type below if you have a goal after goal, if you know what it is, and if you even have goals. You don't have to type your goals if you don't want to, but please type below at least, yes, I have a goal, or I work towards some goals, because I would love to know. And why do I say goal after goal? Because when you set up for yourself only short-term goals, this is when you only work towards that. Amount of people who are coming to my office or will work on a Zoom, who are telling me, I feel bored, I don't feel I'm achieving, I don't feel that I perform up to my potential because I got everything what I wanted before, it's ridiculous. Because when you concentrate on only what you want to achieve, you achieve it. And the trouble is, then you feel like that's it. Why do you think so many people who retire, they cannot cope with that? Because they don't feel they're useful. They don't feel they're needed. They don't feel they actually can be doing something. Well, they can, but there's no need to do something. And as a result, they feel depressed. Why do you think so many mothers, once their children grow up and leave household for university or for relationships, they feel depressed? And they really fall in a very deep depression because now there is no need for them to do anything else. Because before they had this big purpose, this big thing, children, and now they are gone. So if you don't want to reach that point where many of my clients were before, where many of mothers ending up, where many people end up, in that case, come up with a goal after goal, which is scary, which is really pushy, which you think about and you have goosebumps. Like you have really goosebumps and you think, oh my God, if that happens, that will be just remarkable. And my goal after goal at the minute is to travel around the world and to speak in every country at 5 cities to transform people's lives. Right? The reason why I set up for myself this goal after goal, first of all, I love traveling. I really love traveling and I could do it for lifestyle. I spent so many months traveling, sometimes non-stop, out of one suitcase. And I wonder, those who are watching right now, do you like traveling? Type below, I like traveling, or just yes, like show me thumbs up, whichever is easier for you if you enjoy traveling. I could travel forever, right? And I'm an easy traveler. So when I decided that I want to continue with my mission to change people's lives, I thought, well, now I can combine 2 passions together. Change people's lives as I travel around the world. And secretly, I have another passion, which is photography. So I can combine them all. And in that case, what happens, I'm so fulfilled. I'm so fulfilled. Of course, right now I cannot do that because, still the school commitment with my son, it's a bit limiting. But once he grows up, it's going to happen approximately 2 years, then I can do it, right? Oh, Diana likes traveling as well, which is exciting. I wonder if anybody else is traveling and if you like traveling. So that's why it's important to set up for yourself a goal after goal because A, you can work towards that. And the most fascinating thing, which is so mind-changing, seriously, so mind-changing. When you have a goal after goal, which is scary, which is so big that you think about it and you think, oh my God, how am I going to do that? Because even myself, I'm thinking, yes, I like traveling, but that means spending an entire year traveling, right? That's a bit, that's stretchy, right? That means not seeing my friends, and that means not seeing my family, and 5 different locations. That's, there's so many things to think about. But when you set up goal after goal, then your short-term goal is just a step towards that goal. And this is the most fascinating thing. When you concentrate on just a step towards that goal, it is easier to achieve that short-term goal. But when you concentrate and you focus all your attention on just short-term goal, then you start procrastinating because there's nothing bigger and beyond that. So that's why it's not only stretching your ambitions and your aspirations, it's also helping you to achieve your short-term goals quicker and easier because that becomes just a step. My next question is my fear. And I hope you see now why I actually have this question in the morning journal, because we all have fears. I have my own fears. A while ago, that was a while ago, I had a fear. Believe me or not, right now probably you'll be thinking, no, you never had this fear. But I had a fear of going onto the social media. Believe me or not, I was freaking out. Posting things, I was insecure about that. I didn't feel confident sharing what I think. I didn't feel confident, putting a picture of me and some quotes next to that. I didn't feel confident, for God's sake, ever go on a live video. You would never be able to see me before. And I remember I was writing down in my journal, I'm afraid people will judge me. I'm afraid people will think, who is she? Who is she to share this all? And that was partially because in my previous relationships, I was told that I'm worthless and there's nothing, valuable, and who am I? So of course that was affecting my confidence. So thankfully, because of what I do, I was able not only leave those relationships, but also work on myself and rebuild myself. And I remember I was writing down in my journal, my fear is, what if people will judge me? And the second part of this question is, how will I overcome it? And this is really powerful because not only you recognize your fear, you dive deeper and you think, oh my God, what am I scared of? So you recognize your fear, but second thing, you start working on it. And you come up with one action which you can do in order to overcome your fear. So my action for that day particular was, I will just make a post. I will just make a post today. And I will hold my breath and I will not breathe and I will not check who was checking, who wasn't, any likes, whatever. I will just ignore it. And if there is some judgment, if people don't like it, if there is something, I will just delete it. And what was really funny, that people loved it. I received so many thank yous about, oh my God, thank you, that made me think. People not only loved it, commented, they also shared that. And to me, that was so surprising. I was like, why would you do that? And I'm not sure if you've ever been in this situation, but that was me a while ago when I was building myself. I had to rebuild myself emotionally, spiritually. And it was a challenge. But what a surprise that right now, whenever I post something on LinkedIn, people just go wild about that. They like it, they share it, they love it. And the most amazing thing what I love about this, people share so much gratitude. People feel inspired and there's so much love because of that. So as you can see, asking yourself, what is my fear? And coming up with one step, what you can do in order to overcome it. It can not only help yourself, it can also help so many other people. And in fact, fear is a very healthy thing. So we should have fear. Otherwise, we probably will be falling off tall buildings and falling off trees because we would be fearless. It's good to be fearless, but not all the time. All right, let's remember that. My next question is my partner. What are we going to do with my partner? And this one actually, it's a little mini plan. What are we going to do with my partner? And what was really fascinating, this is something what me and my friend, we came up with. And by the way, I do this journal with my friend on a phone call every day. That's for the accountability, right? Because on your own, it is quite challenging to do it in the beginning on a regular basis because you don't have accountability and you get distracted and then something else happens and you wake up too late or whatever. So when you do it with a friend, then actually you progress so much quicker and you wake up each other if you haven't called yet. And what I'll do, I'm more than happy to actually share the video where we are disclosing what has happened within a year in our lives. And if you want to have this video, if you want me to share this link, because it's somewhere on YouTube, but there's so many videos by now. If you want to have this video, please type below video on journaling, and I'm more than happy to share it with you. So just type below video or video on journaling, or send me a thumbs up, and then I'll see the reaction, and I will be sharing that after this live. What's really fascinating, because she was single, we came up with, and I was single at that time as well, we came up with this plan that we're going to share what are we going to do with our partners. And that was our mini exciting plan, because we were coming up with all sorts of ideas. Oh, today we're going on a date night. We're going for a dinner, and then we're inviting each other like couple date nights. And what is fascinating, that actually it really happened. And that's the most amazing thing, that actually when you do write down things like that, it really happens, right? It's still there because I quite like it. It's quite good to still write down what we're going to do with my partner. So it's quite fascinating. The next thing, and that's me being completely transparent with you, right? I don't have to share it with you. In fact, those who know me, I'm quite a private person, but I just wanted to share with you what actually is happening behind the scenes of my own life. Okay, I can see the thumbs up, and I can see the also video on journaling and videos and smiles. So I'm going to share it with you just after the live show will be finished, which actually will be finished very soon, because I did promise only half an hour. The next thing is job for the universe. This is the most interesting part. I think I keep saying most interesting part about every question because all of them are so good. What do I mean by job for the universe? We do our actions here, but also we have powers. You can call it God, Allah, universe, energy, depends what your belief system is. But there are things which are beyond our control, right? So what I do, I just say, oh, this is a task for the universe. And that could be about attracting things to me. That could be about me paying more attention to something. That could be me having a sign in, for example, in the form of a butterfly. So send me a butterfly if this what I'm just about to do is the right thing to do. For example, right? So it's something what is effortless for the universe just to show us, and then we just marry these two things together, my request and a sign or a request which I'm, giving to the universe. When I marry them two together, then very often I finish my day with my evening journal saying, oh, today I manifested this, or today this happened. And when I look through my morning journal, I'm like, it makes sense because I asked for that, right? So it is really spooky, and I'm sure some people will say, oh, what universe? If you don't believe in that, it's fine. I'm not here to preach and you should believe in that. But yeah. Monish, thank you so much. You're saying, hello, Olga, you're looking different today. I know, that's because I decided to change my look and grow my fringe. That's why, we're after lockdown, new life, new look, new you. That's my motto, actually. Yeah, new life, new you. The next thing is, what did we learn? This is where, again, I reflect on my yesterday, and I come up with, what did I learn yesterday? And you will be surprised how many things you learn in a day and you don't pay attention. And because you don't pay attention, life is bringing you back to the same situation again, and again. It's like you are ending up with the same type of partners again, because you haven't learned that there are so many different other type of partners, or there are healthier relationships, or there are, different jobs. So lesson, or what did I learn yesterday, is really powerful, because it helps you to review your yesterday and come up with what did you learn, so you can actually apply that lesson within a day, or within the next few days, or within your lifetime. And lessons I learned, some of them were remarkable. I remember one of the most powerful ones, which really struck me completely, because I was blown away. When I was driving, I even remember it now, it was early morning, I just had to drive back to Leeds, and I was coming down on the Sleep Road. That's how much it affected me. And I was listening to an audiobook by Tony Robbins, and he said this particular phrase: if you are thinking, if your belief is that when you get married, you lose your freedom, you will self-sabotage your relationships. And that was just like somebody knocked me off. And I wasn't knocked down. I was, because I just realized that actually I was forever afraid of losing my freedom. So as a result, I got married, but I got divorced really quickly. As a result, I was crying before my first marriage. As a result, I was always keeping a distance, and I was never getting really close to my partners because I was so afraid of losing my freedom. And that was something what I had to sit down and work on my own. And then with the next session with my coach as well, I brought it up. And then when she was like, wow, Olga, that's so profound. I mean, you're the coach. I never even thought about this. And I said, exactly. It's so interesting. Even being a coach, just like a heart surgeon, if I would be a heart surgeon, not a coach, and my heart would have some issues, some problem, which I would have to deal with, an operation, for example, wise, would I be able to do operation on my own heart? No, right? Because, well, you have to be under anesthetics, right? That's logical. So the same with coaching. Even though you can be a coach, you can be a healer, you can be a Reiki practitioner, you can be a dentist. I mean, probably you could do as a dentist like your front teeth, okay? But there are so many things which we do to other people, but we cannot do it for ourselves. So that was so eye-opening. And to my relief, and of course, as a result, my life changed because I changed my story. But that was so fascinating to hear in my own mind that actually I was afraid of this for as long as I remember myself. And there was a reason for that, because my mom, she was literally at home all the time, cooking for us, doing things for us, always trapped within four walls. And I felt like I don't want to be her. So can you see how learning, even through that was an audio book and that was little realization, but that was so profound because I was able to work on it, release it, and liberate myself from that limiting story. And my last question, and I will be finishing off this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got your value from this video. And before I finish off, let me ask you a question. Which one was your favorite question? Which one do you think you will take on board and you will ask yourself? If not every day, that's fine. You don't have to do it every day. But will you even sometimes maybe question yourself? Or maybe you will want to answer these questions today. Right? In fact, if you want me to send these questions, just type below questions, please, and I'm more than happy to send you my questions. I will just send you a private message with that. So here we go. So what is your favorite question? Looking forward to hear what is your favorite question. And my last thing, probably some people will giggle. And Howard, who is, I hope you're still watching this video, but that was actually inspiration by Howard, because he posted once, I think it was on Facebook, saying that was something to do with my video. That was his inspiration, but he inspired me. Like it was just reverse inspiration. He said, Olga, what I started doing is, I think it was removing one item or to clearing out one item. And I decided what I will do, I will declutter one item a day. And I still do it. And sometimes now, especially during the lockdown, I was, instead of decluttering, if I just run out of things, I was actually, posting them so I could get rid of them, because charities were closed, keeps were closed, so I could not take it anywhere. So I was posting some things just to get rid of them. Like, who wants that, or who wants to buy that? But it was quite fascinating because I didn't spend a day on that. It was actually just one item, could be from my wardrobe, could be from my bathroom, could be from my kitchen. I would just look at it thinking, no, don't need it. And that was quick, effortless, and easy. So that means I declutter my house through the entire year, right? And there's always something what you received, you don't want it, or you bought, you don't really need it. And it's quite fascinating how you can really clear out everything in your life. It could be your drawers, it could be your car, something in the car, could be in your office, could be in your purse. I mean, ladies, your handbags, our handbags, right? Yeah, think about that. Right, so it doesn't matter where exactly you declutter, but there's always something to get rid of, to have clear mind, because clear space means clear mind. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I can see the question here from Monish. How can I start implementing than just dreaming? Well, you just, if you heard the very beginning of this video, what I said actually that was plan for today. which is what action you're gonna take towards your goal. And this way, actually, you can stop dreaming. Yes, you have your dream, you have your goal, but then with plan for today towards my dream, you actually are doing something. Right? And this video will be on Facebook, also on YouTube. You can always go back and view it again if you wanted. And if you have any more questions, you are more than welcome to ask me. I'm more than happy to share with you. See, Diana said that her favorite question was goal after goal is really powerful. Thank you. And Magda agrees with her. That's really, really powerful. Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate that you enjoyed that goal after goal question, which is really powerful and really sweet. And I must confess here, because I brought so many more journals of mine, but I ran out of time. What I'll do something similar another day. If you want me to share with you my evening journal, my gratitude journal, let me just share here, my gratitude journal, which is 10 gratitudes, and there's little exercises. My 2 books, which I'm reading. One is in the morning, one is in the evening time. My goal cards, because I have goal cards and I'm more than happy to go through them. My money mindset journal. I know, I'm full of journals. So if you want to hear another day about these, please type below if we want to hear more, because I would love to share with you more, because I have different set of questions and different activities which I do during the day, including my evening journal and also within my money mindset journal, which is really powerful, and I still do it. And I believe you can never stop. I mean, when you stop, you just die, right? So that's my understanding. So there's a lot more to share, and I'm more than happy to share, but I need to know if you're really willing to know more. Here's a question, and I will wrap up in a minute. How important role does timely decision making takes? What do you think about it? Well, Munish, I recently made actually a live video about decisions, which was quite long. Unexpectedly, it was just really random live. When it comes to making timely decisions, I must say, you make decisions every day. When you wake up and you decide to make your bed or not to make your bed, this is your decision. When you go to the bathroom and you decide to brush your teeth or not to brush your teeth, this is your decision, right? It's what you tell yourself and how you procrastinate because you're addicted to procrastination. That's a different conversation. People don't have issues with making decisions. Otherwise, people will not even get out of bed, okay? You get out of bed because you have to make a decision to get out of bed. But when you allow your head to start overthinking about a decision, this one actually you allow yourself to be in a procrastination mode. So here it's about don't look why not, don't look for why it's wrong decision, don't look what if something will happen, focus on why should I do it, why yes, why should I head with that decision, why, what will I learn potentially, what can I change, what can improve in my life as a result of my decision. Right? Because very often people say, I struggle with decisions. And I'm like, no, you're not. You made a decision to call me. Yeah, but it took me a while. Why did it take a while? Well, because I was thinking maybe you're too busy. Well, you said what you were thinking. Because you allow yourself to think too much. That's why. And I would love to share with you more value actually from my other journals, because there is a power of affirmations, which is within my journals, because it's really powerful when you catch yourself thinking and overthinking and being trapped in this, monotone game. This one actually it's very dangerous because you can just end up there forever. So is it really about not making decisions, or is it about you giving yourself permission? I know it sounds really weird, but you giving yourself permission to be distracted from making a decision. And if you disagree, in that case, let me know if you're going to get out of bed tomorrow, right? Because I'm sure you're going to get out of bed, and I'm sure you're not going to think for 3 hours before you get out of bed. And I know some decisions are really hard to make, okay? Because we want to believe it's really hard to make, because we want to make it hard. So again, watch your language, right? If it is challenging, why it is challenging? If it is hard, then less likely you will want to do it. Make it exciting, make it hard, make it life-changing, make it, so spooky. I can't wait to do it. It will be different. Oh, I like it. Now you're saying, yes, overthinking and procrastinating delays mindset. Right, you're right, truly said. Awesome. I like it. I like it. And thank you so much, Diana and Howard. You're also saying that you would like to share more, then more shares. And Howard is saying, I would love to hear more about your journals. I only use one. Maybe that is not enough. Howard, it's definitely enough to start with. Definitely enough. Last year in my morning journal, I had 17 questions. The year before, I had only 5. There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. I always say there's always more room for growth. There is no limit how much we can do. There is no limit at all. We limit ourselves, and we allow or don't allow ourselves to do more. So here, bless you. It's amazing you already have one. This is really good. And I would love to share more. I'll make another video. I'll make an announcement in advance about when I'm going to do another video, another live. Most likely it will also be on Wednesday, but let's see which day I will choose. Depends what's going to be relatable more to. And then we can talk more about these journals and questions. But until then, I would love to hear from you. What are you going to implement from today? Right? What are you going to do based on what I shared with you today? Because sharing my personal life, my aim is to inspire you. My aim is to help you. My aim is actually to not only help you, but also motivate you to help others. So what we're going to do today, what are you going to take away from this video? What are you going to start doing differently? I would love to find out. If you want, you can comment below, or you can send me a private message. I enjoy private messages. It's amazing, but also love comments. You know, it depends what you want to share. And I love the comment here from Diana. He's saying questions really gives the practice of journaling focus and direction. Absolutely. Absolutely, because with these 10 questions, which I have every morning, I must say I have so much more clarity. I'm laser focused during the day. And oh my God, I'm dying to share with you my other journals, which are giving me even more clarity because some of them are related to particular areas of my life. So this is just for my overall life morning journal. So that was a bit longer than half an hour because there was so much more to share. And right decision today will be change our coming tomorrow. That's a nice quote. Thank you, Manish. Really appreciate you sharing that. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Thank you so much, everybody who was watching this. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for participation, for your love hearts, for your thumbs up, for your comments. Really enjoyed having you with me today. The most fascinating thing is to know that that was useful based on your comments. I'll be definitely coming back with more information of my own personal journal in a few days' time. Maybe weeks, depends what is in the schedule, because I can't remember what is in the schedule with the live shows, because I'm quite pre-booked with them. But I did book a few slots here and there for myself to share more value with you. So I'll be definitely coming back, I promise. I will let you know when it's going to be. And I would absolutely would love to hear how this was useful, helpful, inspirational, motivational, anything else. And can I ask you for one more thing? If you really enjoyed this video, I'm not usually asking this too often, apart of a couple of times. But if you know somebody who is right now in a state of not knowing where they're going with the life direction, or maybe they feel like, oh, I don't know how I can improve my life, how I can move on, could you please share this with them? Or even just share what they can do with those powerful questions, right? Because we are here to help each other. We are here to support each other. And if you do something like this, inspiring others, you will feel so much better as well. And that will help me to transform even more lives, because I'm on a mission here. I'm on a mission to change as many lives as I can, to inspire, to motivate, and to help as many souls as I physically can during my lifetime. Thank you so much, everybody who was with me. If you haven't managed to be with me till the very end, this video will be back on YouTube and also on Facebook. Feel free to watch it. But I enjoyed having you here, and I'm so happy. It was really helpful. Thank you, Magda, for this comment. And thank you, Diana, as well. Really, really happy it was helpful. And I'll wish you from the bottom of my heart to have a wonderful day. Enjoy that. Implement the questions if you want. And I'll see you very soon. I'm back tomorrow at 1 p.m. back on YouTube and also Facebook with really remarkable guests. You'll like it, and I reveal details in the morning as usual. You take care. Love you lots. Sending you big hugs and stay safe. Bye bye.